What is up, guys? It's Tom here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news and rumors video. First of all, let me know in the comments below, who do you want Liverpool to replace Coutinho with? I would love to hear your thoughts. And also, do you think it's a good idea, and this is today's main topic in this video, to get Naby Keita early in January for additional £17 million. I saw a lot of debate going around this on the Liverpool official forums, which I'm a regular reader of. Let me know, guys, do you think it's a good idea to pay an extra £17 million for Naby Keita to get him in January? And I think it is a good idea because, you know, even though he's already our player and he will get here in the summer, it's a lot cheaper option to sign him right now than to sign somebody else for 40-50 million pounds. And yes, Naby Keita is already our player, but 17 million in today's market is next to nothing, especially now that Liverpool are sitting on a pile of cash after that Coutinho transfer, which was 143 million with add-ons. And if Liverpool get into the top 4 with Naby Keita, we have a much bigger and a much better chance to get into the top 4 with Naby Keita than without him. Then it's money well spent, because you know, the Champions League qualification is worth around 40 to 50 million pounds. It's pretty difficult to exactly know how much money it generates because of the sponsorship deals, the additional revenue that it brings in terms of TV money, in terms of attendances and everything else. But you know, Liverpool could also look at other options, and I think if there is a possibility to get either Thomas Lemar or Nabil Fekir or Riyad Mahrez, then we should do it in the January transfer window. But also, if we get Naby Keita and nobody else, I would be okay with that. Not over the moon or anything like that, but we definitely need to replace Coutinho. And Naby Keita is not a like-for-like replacement, but Naby Keita is such a versatile player, man, and he could do almost anything. He can run the ball, run with the ball through players, past players, because he's such an athletic, brilliant dribbler of a footballer, and he doesn't have the exact same skill set as Coutinho. He isn't as good a player as Coutinho. He's a much different player. He's kind of a box-to-box midfielder. He can do defensively very well, but he can also attack and score goals, score long-range goals. And also, it would be beneficiary for himself as well to get into Liverpool 6 months early, to get accustomed to how Jurgen Klopp is playing, because that would mean that next season we can really attack the Premier League, and hopefully we can build a side who can challenge the title contenders in the league. I'm not saying that Liverpool can definitely be title contenders next season, because that depends a lot on what other teams do, that depends a lot on what kind of players Liverpool bring in, and we still need a reliable, much better goalkeeper than Simon Mignolet if we want to challenge for the title, if we even want to think about challenging for the title next season. But you know, it would be, I think, a good move for all parties. The big question is, will RB Leipzig, the German side, let Naby Keita go? Their manager recently said that Naby Keita is staying put, they are not letting him go. And Melissa Reddy, one of the well-respected journalists, well-connected with Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, is saying that Naby Keita already has a contract with Liverpool that comes into effect on July the 1st, and the both parties settled on a £57 million deal that could rise to 66 million, but that is no longer Liverpool's most expensive transfer, because of course we smashed that with the 75 million that we paid for Van Dijk. The meeting between Keita and Leipzig will take place before the weekend, so potentially today or early tomorrow, with a decision on how to progress currently understood to be in the balance. So at the moment it looks like that it's in 50-50 whether Leipzig let Keita come to Liverpool or not. I understand that RB Leipzig is in a little bit of a financial difficulty. I heard that they need to balance the books in order to avoid getting sanctions, punishments because of financial fair play. So this could affect this deal, and this could affect Liverpool as well indirectly with this deal, which of course that's never a good news to hear. So, but it could benefit Liverpool in terms of Liverpool getting Keita and hopefully being stronger in the second half of the next season. At the moment, I think it's very difficult to tell, and I heard a lot of journalists ask pundits this question: is Liverpool a better team with Coutinho sold but Van Dijk in? And it's very hard to answer that, because offensively, of course, we are a lot weaker, but defensively we are a lot stronger. So at the moment it's kind of a 50-50. I think we are the same. If Salah, Firmino and Mane are fully fit and firing, then we are a stronger side, because then Coutinho's place is filled up with either Lallana or Wijnaldum. Of course, they don't have the same creativity or skill set as Coutinho, but attacking wise, we are, you know, replacing Coutinho with a player a little bit less good, a little bit less creative, but still a creative, good player. And defensively, we are a lot stronger. We are, I think, twice as strong with Van Dijk defensively than we are without him. So should there be progress regarding this Naby Keita deal, the payment structure of the agreement as it stands would need to be altered. So given that it is fixed to the German club's finishing position in the Bundesliga, and we would also need to pay extra money to incentivize the deal, and for Leipzig. But the main and the most important thing is that Naby Keita wants to join Liverpool. His head is probably already at Liverpool at this moment in time. He's probably watching Liverpool on the telly every week, dreaming of linking up with Jurgen Klopp, linking up with his future Liverpool teammates. So I think it wouldn't be difficult to of course, we don't need to convince Naby Keita to join Liverpool in January, because the reports are that he's actually pushing for this deal to happen. He wants to come to Liverpool in the January transfer window. The total transfer figure would have to be in the region of 75 million, the same that we paid for Van Dijk. But if you consider that with bonuses the deal for Naby Keita is already 66 million, to pay an additional like 9 to 15 million pounds to get Naby Keita in 6 months early might seem to be a lot of money. But if you consider that you know, Arsenal are getting probably 25 million pounds for just 6 months of services for Alexis Sanchez, because Sanchez is free to go anywhere in the summer, his contract is up, and Man City are willing to pay 25 million for Sanchez to join them 6 months early. So compare that to the 17 or 15 million that we are willing to pay for Naby Keita, and it doesn't seem to be that much money, especially because, you know, we have 143 million pounds in the budget, in the bank. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Naby Keita actually has grown tired of criticism he has received in Leipzig's Bundesliga campaign so far, and he's feeling that he has been prejudiced by his advanced contract. This is what Melissa Reddy is writing in her article, and also direct reservations from Keita's end over whether he could be best served having a full pre-season to settle in at Liverpool, and he wants to accept the responsibility of being the driving force in the center of the park for Liverpool right now. So this is very, very very promising. Of course, he would be cup-tied, he would be unavailable in the Champions League, because he already played for Leipzig in the Champions League, which means that he could only play 1 game per week. He could be well rested for the Premier League games, and we could actually rest one of our midfielders, one of Wijnaldum, Lallana, Emre Can, Henderson, one of them we could rest for the Champions League games, and that could be the difference. I think we should really knock out FC Porto regardless of whether Keita comes in or not. But when we reach the quarterfinals, and we will probably get a real big team, we could get somebody like Paris Saint-Germain or Real Madrid or Bayern Munich or even Barcelona. Oh boy, we need all the players fresh and ready to play in those huge games. So I think this would make sense. If we can't sign somebody like Lamar or Nabil Fekir or Riyad Mahrez for 60, 70, 80 million pounds right now, the next best option is to get Naby Keita in early. That's just my opinion, but this video is all about your opinion as well in the comments below. So feel free to share your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. New career mode video is coming very soon. Stay tuned. See you later. Goodbye.